This guy's fucking rip. Hey everybody! Hi!
Hey!
Welcome to
Hi.
welcome to It's a Long Story. Welcome to It's a Long Story. These guys fucking rip.
Not
Welcome.
enough time.
I feel like you can
Enough
only say
time.
that in a fedora with a safari flap on the back.
Yeah, it felt weirder to say that about this drink.
What if you're working at Dutch Bros and you're high?
What is a Dutch
I don't know. I feel like
Bros?
someone would
What's a
say
Dutch
that.
bro? And I've never been high. Hey, everybody, welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. Okay, JP. We are here with these freaking people that rip. The Mongoose Crew. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
Hi.
Hello there.
Yo. What's up?
Yo. Welcome.
Fuck ice.
We have put away our backwards caps to hang out with you all.
With our frontwards caps.
With our frontwards caps, yeah. We had to get the different ones. We had to get the other ones. The ones that go in front.
I had my
Totally
backwards hat on. I was doing some sick kick flips.
Sick. Oh, dude, it fucking rips.
Had to get a chain. Oh. Skin your ass, bro.
For those who are wondering what this is, yeah, that tracks. But we are a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Having 5 parties living, existing, and breathing for those that do in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Estera. So welcome. Announcements. Let's see. Weirdly, they're all kind of surrounding New Moon, I believe. One, we will be New Moon will be taking a little bit of a siesta. We're all going to sleep. No, taking a little bit of a break for a couple weeks as we have some interesting sort of situations happening with crossovers and people that are going to be out of town anyways. So we will instead have some of the players join in a game of Daggerheart. So we'll most likely be streaming that. More info on that as it comes about. But as I said, one of the other reasons why we needed to do that is because truly there is a need for a new player, which could be you. So yeah, New Moon is needing a player for our Tuesday campaign. We have only 5. We're supposed to have 6 in that campaign, so we've been looking for players for that. We've had a couple of close calls, but looking for a new person to join the Estera family and the New Moon craziness. So if you are interested in joining the Tuesday campaign that goes on every Tuesday, you can reach out to me by going to startplaying.game/GM/It's a Long Story. On there, you'll be able to see the sign up for that game, but feel free to just kind of message me beforehand. Usually I like to try to do like a face to face with the player, just make sure everything's a good fit before we move on with that. But yeah, so it's also a perfect time to jump in because you'll have plenty of time to kind of get onboarded and ready to go, as we'll be off for at least 2 weeks is the plan. So yeah. Let's see. Other news. We are going to be off for a week in July. Jay, do you know which week that is?
Yeah, that's the looking at my calendar.
It is
the 12th, the week of the 12th, right? Yeah, 12th through the 19th. So
12th through the 19th. So yeah. So there will be no games on from July 12th till the 19th.
and I will not be here July 9th.
Aww.
Where are you gonna be?
Should go to a
I'm
concert.
working first aid for fish, baby.
Hell yeah.
Do you not look at the group chat?
Milo's at a fish show right now against his will.
Guys,
Boom.
I have 5 campaigns. Okay.
You have one wife.
So that you know of.
Now, one life.
Oh, fuck! If I didn't take a drink.
Ouch. Ouch.
It's fine. We know that historically Joe doesn't like women, so.
just narratively.
Good.
You know, it's
Can
only
Ro-
funny
can-
if you've been
can
playing
rocks
4.5
fall
years.
underwater?
really well tonight.
It's only funny when you've been playing 4.5 years and that joke is a running joke. It's not. I'm sure it's not funny when someone just hears it for the first time.
Oh, you think? You think
It's-
when this pops up, for some reason we get famous for something that is not this, and then that pops up. Yeah,
Why are
can't
you
wait.
attacking me? Is it because I'm a woman?
Okay. Listen, guys. Okay, look. Let's start a poll. Okay, I understand that like Seether has some stuff going on, right? But I'm looking at the YouTube that I was going to send you guys, and that's why we're going on this tangent. But Fine Again, solid song.
I fuck with Seether.
Come at me.
Incorrect.
Come at me.
But Joe, we can all agree, Lorianne's joke fucking rips.
It's fucking rips, bro.
Thank
That
you.
I will. Okay, can I say this? That is the only song I think I know from Seether, and truly I know it because shout out to
Remedy.
Madden. No.
Yep.
Shout
Wasn't
out
that
to Madden Football for
Jason
GameCube.
Mraz?
Is there a Seether?
Shout out to Jason Mraz.
Seether
What?
song
Dad Rock.
with Amy or something like that in it, or like someone named Amy who sings
Rock
it?
is generous.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
Broken. That was from the Punisher
Oh,
soundtrack.
this is
I like
why I
that.
listened to it. This is why I listened to it because the guy from Seether. So this comes full circle. I
This is
swear to
the
God.
Podcast.
This is the welcome to the Seether podcast. The reason why.
And Evanescence.
Let me
also
let me
Buck
get
Rock.
this out. Let me get this out, please,
Sorry.
because it's gonna make so much sense to just you guys. Seether covered Black Honey, which is a Thrice song,
Mhm. Such a good song.
and that's
Mhm.
why I heard that song again. And here we are. I don't remember it being good though. Let's listen to it right now. Let's listen to it together, which is just me listening to it. Okay, enough of this.
You know
Very
Okay,
what a
but
good-
Remedy
a good-
is a good song.
You know what a good butt rock song
Oh,
is?
Jason Mraz had a real
I got the remedy. The remedy.
remedy.
Is that one?
Is that serious? The dangerous liaison.
It's that I'm Seether. Serious FM. Okay, all right, enough.
Hate you guys.
Enough. Let's play some D&D.
Let's go,
Okay,
Joe,
Kayla?
DMCA'd.
Kayla, relax.
What does your
Jeez,
mug
Kayla.
say? Miranda, what does your mug say?
Oh, it says try not to be a dick
Goodbye.
today.
I like
I like
Crap.
it.
Mine says nothing, but it did say Lakeside.
I'm a dick
Um,
every day.
Let's just talk about.
I'm
why
a
we love
dick.
you.
So anyway, what did you think was the best Seether album cover?
The first one.
So,
I think-
Mike, you admit that there's a good one.
No, I admit that there's so as far as butt rock goes, Seether is not nearly as bad as
Buck
like the far echelon of it. Like I'd
Sure.
say they're, like,
Three Doors Down. I kept forgetting about them. Yeah,
Oh.
they're mid
Boy.
in every sense of the word. So I think that
Yeah.
if we're gonna go like they're kind of like the Mendoza line. They're like the Seether line of butt rock. They're like right in the middle.
Hey,
over here-
you know what? I will take that. The Seether line, the Seether is the line of,
Yeah.
yes, of okay to not okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out that like Seether is full canceled because I have no idea.
I'll look up Seether controversy. And
All
see.
I know is that the Evanescence song "Call Me When You're Sober" is about the singer of Seether because those two dated and I guess it didn't go well.
Oh, that makes that-
okay.
That makes that song worse for me.
Mhm.
Does it?
I don't know.
I wanna hold you high and
We're
steal
just gonna do
your
this.
pain.
But also, can we agree
away.
on the butt rock, dad rock conversation? Can we agree Tool is dad rock?
What?
Ooh, wow. Hold the
Hang
phone.
on. We're not.
I was ready to move on. Is Maynard James Keenan a problematic person? Yes.
Are they South African?
No,
No.
Steve
It
no,
says-
Maynard's from like.
It says how South African band Seether is shifting the narrative from police.
Oh, they are. Yeah, I
brutality.
think you meant Tool.
Oh, Seether's South African?
yeah. hmm
Oh,
Weird.
world music, fun.
Can
Interesting.
we play D&D?
Yes. All right.
No, they say, like-
I mean, this comes out of nowhere, Lorianne, but yeah, right.
So like real quick, one last thing. They say like pew pew to your head and like whatever you can talk about for 15 minutes will save your
Mhm.
life. This is my thing. So,
Yeah.
so I apologize
Also,
for talking so much.
anything I could talk about for 15 minutes.
My social anxiety is so bad, I'm gonna be pew-pewed very quickly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I challenge anyone to come up with something that I can't talk about for 15 minutes.
Also true. I believe that for myself.
Women's
as well.
rights.
Yeah.
God damn.
Holy
Okay.
grief, let's play D&D, guys. Let's play D&D, guys. Wow.
I also can't not go for the bit. Okay. I did all the intro. We did the thing, and before we jump into tonight's session, we need to get a recap of where we left off with Mongoose Crew. And I know, guys, everybody's kind of like chomping at the bit to be the person that wants to do the recap, but I think Lorianne should do it. So Lorianne,
Oh, thank you. I really
Please.
appreciate that.
please take it
Okay,
away.
I will. All right, so Jamie's gonna do this tonight. So
It'll be wild.
We started last session with a no-show from Valdani. She never arrived for the pirate class. Eldryn knew that was going to happen. But anyway, Eldryn and Norris then left the deck to go find food after 15 minutes. Meanwhile, Milo and Guar are in the kitchen talking with Cece. Milo pulled some fried chicken from his turban and offered to help Cece with breakfast. Eldryn and Norris made it down there and were in the ship's galley at that point, and it became abundantly clear that it is very tiny and couldn't accommodate the entire ship's crew, let alone the passengers, who are the Mongoose Crew. This made us all as people, not our characters, struggle immensely with the ship's layout, and it continued to fail spectacularly with us not knowing where we were at any point and trying to insert ourselves into every conversation. Elsewhere, Saren discovered Raylor hung over and disoriented on the deck. He admitted to her that he had been unable to find his way below deck the night before, and I think Saren probably had a flashback to her escapades the night before and was like, "Ooh, I forgot to get him," and so that's where he was left. Then Wilbur, on his way to the galley, overheard Jack and Lucia discussing whether to try to outrun some approaching ships or allow them to board. Lucia notices Wilbur and shows him where the galley and kitchen are, and they start to discuss vegetarian options, which seems to stress out Lucia even more than she already is. And that led into just hilarity. Back in the galley, Eldryn overshared about her and Norris's sex life, causing Norris to flee to the ship deck to get away from her. And then Lucia offered Milo 10 gold to be the head chef, and he enthusiastically agreed. And then with Guar's help, as well as the turban, they turned breakfast into an episode of The Bear, complete with chaotic flair and dramatic plating. Eldryn and Jack had a conversation where he asked what's up with her marriage? What's the deal with it? And she made it very clear to him that Nora satisfies her, and when he keeps asking, she tells him she doesn't find him attractive at all. So Lucia then pulls Saren aside and delivers the urgent news that 12 naval ships from Eisenheim were headed straight for us. They both agree that running would look suspicious, so Saren relayed the information to the Mongoose Crew, and panic and planning ensued. The chaos of us and Milo and Guar with their cosplaying of chefs resulted in no clear plan being made. Saren then went to consult Brumhilda for magical options like maybe cloaking or an illusion. They discussed that the idea was kind of to hide Eldryn, Norris, Wilbur, and Raylor because they're the most conspicuous party members. Milo went to go hands and send Fira a breakfast plate, and he peered through her spyglass and sees on one of the ships McCall and Alara, the parents of Alyssa and Elian. So he relayed that to everyone but Saren, who was talking to Brumhilda at the time. So Eldryn reached out to Grian to ask if they should be concerned with Alyssa's parents on board a naval ship, and she doesn't hear from him right away. So the group failed to regroup properly. Everyone ended up gathered on the deck, the worst possible location, with the naval ship now less than 70 feet away.
The group wasn't grouping.
Yeah, we weren't grouping. Brumhilda turned Wilbur into a baby, and we argued about cover stories for a while. We landed on Eldryn and Norris playing up their royalty and being on a mission for Minoria. But then Eldryn got Krian's reply, and everything went to shit. Turns out that Alyssa and Elian's parents are working with an associate of Grancelli's. They know, or they think that Alyssa is one of the rods of destruction. We know she is. And that her last known location was Darris Wharf. So at the mention of Grancelli, Eldryn panicked, grabbed Norris, Wilbur, Raylor at the request of Saren, and at the last second, Milo, and teleported them to Anoria, leaving behind Guar, Saren, and Brimhilda. The naval ships did see us teleport, or at least disappear. They could really only see our shadows or silhouettes, and they attempted to counterspell, but Eldryn forced it through. So then Saren, Guar, and Brimhilda remained behind as the Eisenheim Navy boarded the ship. A marshal officer questioned them where they were headed, where they came from, and who had just vanished. Lucia kind of messed up, claiming they came from Darris Wharf, which was a mistake because that's where the marshal and the other ships had just come from, so he knew that that was a lie. Guar tried to redirect, saying they came from Celeste, and tossed out a Taurus recommendation for Mystelius. And the marshal noted that, and also noted that he knows that they are lying about something, at least the people who disappeared from the ship, but he couldn't prove it. So the Navy search the ship to see if they have any contraband. They find Milo's cloak and turban and the automaton Cece, all undocumented and highly magical items. So while the marshal is questioning about this stuff, McCall comes aboard to see what's going on. It's after he recognizes Guar and Saren. He addressed Guar and Saren, told them about Alyssa having been kidnapped. He then addressed the marshal and said that he didn't believe their group had anything to do with it, and that they should probably be on their way. But the marshal, he has business to do. So they're on the verge of losing Milo's magical stuff as well as Cece when Saren asks if there's a fine that we could pay. There is. Wow. And it ended up being 30 platinum, which Lucia covered. Then when the ships are, when the Navy is getting back onto their ships, Alara recognizes Guar and Saren and demands to know where Alyssa is. Alara then approached a figure on the ship, which resulted in someone trying to probe Guar's mind, but he luckily was able to resist. The figure wore a black mask with and had like purple eyes, and then suddenly Kosvir collapses, whispering, "She knows, she knows." Meanwhile, Eldryn, Norris, Wilbur, Raylor, and Milo arrived in Anoria, inside the Temple of Persana. To everyone's surprise, Raylor doesn't need a collar, he doesn't have to breathe. So that was a fun thing to find out. Catherine arrived quickly and demanded answers. She was very suspicious about Wilbur being able to breathe underwater, and then when Eldryn explained the stuff with the primordials, she started sharing some disturbing news. She said that the currents in Anoria are shifting unnaturally, that Zaris is not well, and also that when she mentioned the currents to Zaris yesterday, he spoke of primordials and Zujar, and also told her not to tell the council. We also learned that that Zaris has been watching over Adim, Ashar's son, since birth. Then Catherine warned Eldryn that if she has anything to say to Zaris, now's the time. So, a little overwhelmed, Eldryn asked to talk to Catherine privately, where she opened up about Volmos and asked the question that she's been wanting to ask Persana: was there any way to bring him back? Catherine tells her no, and they have kind of a nice conversation, and she comforts Eldryn. Eldryn doesn't want comfort, so she just gives her the truth. And then it's awkward, and Eldryn asks her to summon Generous, which makes things even more awkward. But she summons Generous to come escort Eldryn and the rest of them back to the castle. And then we switch back to the deck of the ship. Kosvir stirs and whispers to Saren, "Saren, she knows you're here." And then Guar noticed a raven overhead. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lorian.
You're welcome.
Please enjoy that point of inspiration. Anything else to add?
Oh, I will.
As always, very thorough.
Thanks.
I
Hey.
dig it.
Thank
I
you.
dig it. You're welcome.
Hey, Lorianne.
Mhm.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
There was also like 12 minutes last session where none of us had any idea where we were in the boat.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
Yeah.
I think
And that's how
I
we
think
ended
you're
up on the
using
deck
none of us
instead of
quite
below deck.
quite broadly.
Yeah.
It would have made the most sense for us to be
Milo was
below
in the
deck to
kitchen
have
the
our
whole time.
conversations. It was great.
Oh, Nav, thank you so much. Nav,
Yeah.
what time is it over there, guys? Nav's in Europe. Which I wanted to say England, but I can't remember
England,
to be
right?
sure.
Germany,
I'm
right?
pretty sure.
No,
I
England.
love London, England.
Mm.
Roll
Oh.
show, anyone?
You upset her.
She's upset now. They're upset now. I am so mad.
Oh
2
my
in the
God.
morning?
Go to bed.
Nav. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're a trooper.
You're a trooper.
That's
I mean, thank
crazy.
Now,
You guys
know
up
what?
with some D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Man, I love your catchphrase.
Thanks. All right. So we come back to, I would say, assuming the conversation between Eldryn and Catherine is sort of coming to an end here. We're going to kind of come back to the room where Milo, Wilbur, and Braylor are at.
And Noros.
And Nora, excuse me.
You're in his
Wilbur.
house now.
What?
I said you're in Norris's house now.
Not yet. No, you're still in Catherine's thing.
No, it was a joke.
Oh, I see.
Because you forgot
cool.
about him, but we're in Anoria.
Oh, I see. Cool. Yeah. So, Wilbur, Milo.
Joe.
For both of you, I think there is a moment, something that is kind of goes over Raylor's head. And I would say, Noros was there too, but Noros is probably trying to focus and pay attention to when Eldryn gets back. Kind of like focusing and kind of like maybe waiting at the door. But Wilbur and Milo, you both... I'll say both of you roll me a history check.
Nine.
16.
11.
Okay. All right. So I think Milo. Actually, I'm going to ask Milo. What is Milo focusing on anything? What's on Milo's mind?
I think Milo's still feeling. He's kind of getting underwater, so it's hard to get your feet under you. But he's still like getting oriented and like and whatnot. But I think on his mind right now is I think that he didn't have a choice to be here. He's just kind of mad about like I was speaking and making and like voicing my opinion, and then now I'm very wet and stuck in a room, not a part of the conversation about why I'm here. And I think that's kind of the so he might be a little more sulky than normal, but yeah.
Okay. Would there be anything that you would be focusing on or looking at even?
Yeah, I think he might just start putzing around with stuff on Catherine's desk. And like pulling drawers and stuff just to like, I'm here.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. While you're doing that, we'll kind of pause you at a second there. Wilbur. It's been a strange time, your existence in Honoria. You've been here days ago. You've been here weeks ago. And you've been here over 100 years ago. Think back to those moments that have made this room in particular kind of strange. The events that have gone on here. You've worried that you won't be able to make it back to the group. You've spent considerable amount of time in reflection with Eldryn around attacks that have gone on in the city. And you're reminded about what you know, the secret in this room. A tunnel behind Catherine's desk that led to where you first met Ashar. Wilbur, do you I'm going to kind of give you the RP pillow here. What is going through your mind? What is Wilbur doing in response to the kind of recalling these moments?
I think Wilbur has just a little bit of anxiety thinking about everything that's happened in this room, and then just full of anxiety about how we're going to get back to the group. Sorry, these dogs are going crazy.
Sorry.
And totally lost my train of thought. Sorry. Would probably be telling Eldryn about the secret tunnel behind Catherine's desk, just assuming that she doesn't know about it.
Didn't we all go down it?
Did we?
Yeah, we all went down it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Raylor's the
Jeez.
only one that would have no...
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, then I guess we would just be recollecting about that time. But I also feel like Wilbur would probably be like, but seriously, how are we going to get back to the group?
Okay. Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Milo?
I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, Eldryn's gonna figure something out for us. We're just here. But I mean, I think as if Milo catches Wilbur's eye looking at the the wall behind Catherine's desk after he's done casually snooping through government officials' things, he might try and like prick his thumb and put a little blood on the floor there again.
Okay. What'd you get in your investigation check?
17.
Okay. You prick your finger and run your thumb along the ground, remembering that concept that had started this whole thing as statement, a mantra, a piece that you've used to be able to suss out who is the enemy, who is trustworthy. That phrase, magic is in the blood. You see the stone move. Slightly at first, cracking from a no. That investigation check not cracking from a place that has not been touched in a while, just the weight. With the 17, Milo, could have been months ago. Or I guess in our case, could have been weeks ago. Someone's been down here recently. And that is when Eldryn and Catherine come back. Actually, I'll give you a second, Milo. Go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you're able to hear them coming back.
Got perception. The dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. You hear footsteps approaching.
He probably hears Eldryn saying to Catherine, "No, I mean the heart shape of that device. That was very, very cute."
I really would just drop it, okay? It's very dumb. Door moves, and Milo, you have a second. What do you do?
Milo grabs one of the. They use pens or quills in Anoria. Okay.
Quills, yeah.
Yeah. Well, squid's got ink. Yeah, they got pens.
You grab a squid.
You pulled fried chicken out of your hat last session.
He pulled fried chicken out of his hat in Anoria.
Currently has.
I'm just saying.
Soggy fried chicken. Yeah. Milo's gonna grab one of Catherine's pens and as sneakily as possible, chuck it loudly down, like it didn't sound like it. Make it look like he didn't throw it, but like clatter down the steps behind him, so that like he's like there. I don't know. There's noises happening. Hey, Catherine, did you know? There's. I don't know. It sounds like something fell down there. We should probably go check it out.
Can I do a perception check to see if I see Milo's bloody finger?
Yeah.
Would I do a sleight of hand against it, or?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I will.
I got a nat 20 for 29.
Ooh.
Man, I got a 27. You just beat me. It wasn't a nat 20 anyways, but it was a 27.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you see my bloody fucking thumb. And a Jesus fish on the top step.
This is Persana's house, Milo. No. I look at that, I clock it, and I say, this wasn't opened when we left.
No, you're right. It just started making noise. Well, it opened and then it started making noise.
It's just on its own.
For all you know.
The door that needs blood opened on its own. Does someone have a bloody nose? Or, is everyone injured?
It might need blood from either side. I don't know. And Milo's gonna like take a step down. I don't know, it sounded weird. We should check it out.
Why? We don't have time for this, Milo.
Since when?
Since we need to get back to our friends, Zaris is apparently dying. I mean, I look at Catherine.
Catherine looks down at her pocket where you saw her having this device. I think Generous is here.
Okay. Hyla, do you have a reason you want to go down there?
Oh, it seems suspicious. Open cavern that
Milo, I know you opened
shouldn't
it.
be okay. You can have your theory. That shouldn't be. It shouldn't be unobserved.
Catherine, I'm sure that this place was looked into after everything that happened. Correct? There's nothing down there anymore.
Correct.
There you go, Milo. I mean, unless you felt some sort of pull or divine intervention to go down there, I don't think we have time to just indulge your curiosity.
I mean, the gods don't really have like an interest in me, so
Well,
it wasn't like a divine intervention. It was, I suppose if you want to trivialize it, it could be curiosity, but I don't know. Also, we I don't know. It feels like we should go down there and just check it out, just to make sure there's nothing weird happening. But I don't know, Catherine. How how is this space used often, or is it is it just kind of sealed?
My private office that you've been found on the other side of my desk? No.
No, I'm specifically talking about the hidden cavern behind your desk, in your private
That was
office.
here before I took office.
Yeah.
The place that, she and the other high priestess before her both died in the fight against Amarid.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems weird to leave it unsecured. It still opens with blood, and it feels really weird that hasn't been not active. That's still active.
I mean, he has a point there, I suppose.
Also, it'd be killer storage if you had spare blood, I guess, but I know you're probably busy and you couldn't or didn't have time to dispel it, but or somebody's still using it. I don't know. But again, we're down here for Eldryn's whim, so we can.
Would you have
so we
preferred
can
we
do it.
stayed aboard the ship and have the wombat that Tal is looking for, be right there to be seen by the Eisenheim Navy? I did what I thought I had to do in the moment. I made a split-second decision. I apologize if it wasn't the one that you wanted me to make. But we're alive.
I appreciate this conversation to be had
Down in the.
where you reside. And allow me
Yes,
to get back to my things.
Apologize.
I can move it back. That's not a problem.
Well, sorry for disturbing you. One of your pens is down there, and Milo starts walking towards the door.
Okay.
I like look at Milo's back, like confused. Okay.
Wilbur, anything?
I'm not walking towards the door. I'm just gonna be like, she is right. She did make a split-second decision that probably saved my life, at least. But I think maybe we should really be talking about how we get back to the ship. And also, when can we go back?
Yes. Well, Generous is here. He can escort us back to the castle. So let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
You guys head out. Catherine does not walk you up.
That's fine.
Generous meets you out front. Oh,
All that hair.
princess.
Hello. Sorry for dropping in again.
It is. It is always a welcome to have the princess among us. Kind of looks behind you. Okay, should we go?
Yes. We need to go to the castle and speak with Zaris.
Very well. Mila, Wilbur, Norris.
Oh, this is Raylor.
Hello. Generous takes a second, just kind of like looking at a figure that is clearly not using any sort of magical means to breathe.
Wearing a weird, large iron cuff around his neck.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's Raylor, nice
hey,
to meet you.
Generous, Raylor's mostly cool.
Yes. This version, at least,
Thank
I
you.
suppose.
Okay. All right. Well,
Keep your head down, Raylor. There was a version of you that was here at some point. Not but a few weeks ago.
all right. Oh, yes, right. Should I be disguising myself in some way?
I look at
You see Generous immediately go like, that would not be a good idea here.
just stay close to us and you'll be fine.
Very well. And Generous brings you from the monastery. I'll say as you guys are kind of walking, Eldryn, Wilbur, Milo, and Saren. Everybody except for the last person I just said, except for Saren. Give me a religion check.
got a
10.
12.
I'll take religion or insight.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm gonna do insight.
Dirty
16.
20.
I'm gonna keep it religion 10.
Eldryn, what'd you get?
16. Insight.
On which one? Insight. Okay. And then Milo
Dirty 20.
on insight.
Yep. Insight, sorry, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I think as you guys are kind of walking back to, or walking to this castle, the castle itself has not really changed very much because it's only been a few weeks. But you have noticed, you do notice with those rolls that there is a little bit of a, I would say in general, it seems like there is less people in the streets. Like the monastery is not in the kingdom sort of area. It's a little bit kind of closer towards the center of I almost said closer to the center of town, but it's actually more on the cusp of the kind of space between the we'll say like the royal grounds and the city. But even so, I mean, you know, kind of like looking back and kind of like, you notice that the streets are a little bit more bare than they have been in the past. And I will say, Milo, you notice that there's a figure of an older, it looks to be an older Triton. You don't necessarily recognize this person, but it's just kind of staring up.
I was gonna stop and
He's
stand next to him.
about like honestly he's closer inside. So you guys have to kind of you would have to walk away from the group to kind of address this person. And I would say he's about maybe 30 feet away.
Yeah, Milo will step away and just stand next to the person and look and follow his island and look up with him.
Okay.
What do you see?
You saying this in common?
Don't think it matters. I think they can understand me no matter what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Or tongue of the sun and moon. You understand all spoken languages, and any creature that can understand a language can understand what you say.
Okay, cool. Great. I don't know.
Good.
Feels strange.
The castle, the ocean.
Do we notice he stopped?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I ask Generous. I say, do you know who that is he's talking to?
I have no idea.
Norris, will you go retrieve him? I don't want to alarm anyone by my presence.
Yeah, okay. Norris kind of goes over. Milo. You okay?
Yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's looking at.
Okay. Sir, are you all right? It's the water. It's changing. All right. Milo, maybe we should just leave him be.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna pat the guy in the arm and I hope you find what you're looking for. And catch up with the group.
You see him kind of give a little bit of a nod, but he's continuing to kind of look up. And as you kind of like move back to the group and you guys continue forward, Milo, do you look back?
Yeah.
You guys are about maybe 100 feet away, and you look back and you see that he is still looking up.
Yeah.
With that, you guys get to the castle. Eldryn, you're immediately greeted by a bunch of members of royal court that are very surprised to see you, kind of asks all the sort of typical sort of banter stuff, things that you've been trained to answer from even a young age, in a very kind of like, it's the equivalent of like, how are you? And knowing that the answer cannot be how you actually are. Like that sort of thing.
I look at each one of them. I can't breathe because my brother's soul is set.
Well, all right. Very good. Well, best of luck for the rest of your day. And just walks up. Cool. I'm going to roll something here. Okay. Interesting.
Between me and Kayla, you have too many NPCs.
Well, yes.
Well, no, I won't refute that, yes.
I will say we're going to kind of hold on to that because I have to fix the backgrounds for all these.
Okay.
I would ask. I mean, Eldryn, your movement is probably. Are you wanting to go straight to Zaris?
Yes, because I want to know why he hasn't informed the king or the council about the currents.
I can't remember. Was Milo in the conversation about the currents changing?
Yes.
That was before y'all went outside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Eldryn will keep an eye out to see if she sees any of her family. But she... and she also mentions to Nora, she's like, I believe your father's working today. I know you wanted to see him, so maybe we can do that before we leave.
Got time for that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Milo?
Yeah.
Nora's wanted to see him last time we were here, and we got pulled away, so he wasn't able to.
Well, the guy said the water's changing. It was weird. So it's gotta be noticeable.
Probably related to what Catherine was discussing with us.
Yeah. I wonder if it's wonder if that guy's just like really in tune, just really super in touch, or if it's like weirdly noticeable for people.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll say the generous is still here. Sorry, what? Everything okay?
Yes. No. Maybe.
Noticed?
Not sure.
Have you noticed? I know, the last time we were here, it was pretty contentious and it was wild. Have you noticed, aside from that, people being abnormally on edge in Honoria?
I mean, we just had an accidental attack.
I know.
Yeah,
I was saying aside from that, that's what I just...
Yeah, it looks you up and down and is kind of... or doesn't look you up and down, just kind of looks at you. Well, yeah, there's... I mean, after... there's been some political confusion as well as...
Political confusion?
I assume so. Things involving... there's been, there was talks with the... I think Zitzichitl being part of the council.
And my mother mentioned the Sahu again, too, so...
Yes, so there's been some confusion on that end.
Those savages? I'm just kidding.
But
Exactly what I'm thinking, Milo.
yeah, I mean, it's nothing abnormal that I wouldn't imagine be affecting any city that has gone through this.
Okay.
You said the water's changing?
Well, that's what that. I mean, he might just be losing it. What did the guy that I talked to, who's an older guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he might. I mean, he might just be losing it. You know how like memories feel super present when you get.
Yeah, I mean, I've
ancient,
been here for over 20 years. I don't feel anything, if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Eldryn's studying him a little bit, and I think realizing that Catherine does not tell him everything. That is probably good, but interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Along with that, Eldryn, you kind of get the idea of like if there was a point of like any sort of concern of anything that the public would know, it's clearly not been officially addressed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't think it's anything to worry about, but I just have some things to talk to Zaris about, and hopefully he can get us back to where we need to be.
Very well. Would you like me to escort you there?
No. Thank you for the escort here. I honestly thought there was going to be more people on the way here, or I wouldn't have asked. So sorry to have wasted your time.
It's no waste at all, Princess.
Well, I mean, you have, I know I'm not your charge right now. I'm technically supposed to be on my test of land. Fending for myself.
That being said, it is an honor to be assigned to anything involving the Princess of Honoria, even unofficially.
Thank you.
Well, all right. I guess I will go back to my post. Good to see you go.
As a member of the princess's traveling companions, I noticed something weird in Catherine's office. You may want to go check that out. Just see if she see if she's noticed anything. Just check in with her. And Milo like pats him on the elbow and walks towards the castle.
It's fine, Generous. He's, I think, angry at me and is acting weird.
No, I think that, I mean...
You said you walked off.
Why I walked... Okay, sure. I left the conversation. You're right.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're aware that I had to leave my post for a second. Wouldn't be a problem to stop in, right?
Yeah, I'm sure she would be happy to see you. And at that, Eldryn stops her. She's like, and she goes, "Really though, her? No, sorry, but nope, not my place to ask you those questions."
Yeah. No, I mean, you're.
I overstepped. I'm sorry. We have our issues. Nope.
It is a statement that just surprised me, Princess. That's all. I would be more understanding if the question was reversed. So.
Well, I don't agree with that assessment, but okay.
Princess is welcome for any opinion she has. Thank you. He walks off.
I turned to Noros. I made that really awkward, didn't I?
Why did you go into that?
Her, really, out of
Yeah, the High Priestess of Honoria. What an awful get.
Okay, she wasn't the High Priestess when they got together. She's just the High Priestess.
But she is now.
Okay, you're right. I told her we were gonna start over. It's just it was like a reaction to. It's fine.
You know, he's not he's not royalty.
Yes, I mean he has a prestigious position.
He is a position, but I'm just saying, like, that's something. I don't know if it's. I don't know if that's something that you really think about. But there's some people that are here because this is their job, and there's some people that are here because they live here.
I do work here.
Yes, dude, that's not what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah.
No, don't just say it. I want to know. I'm not
I'm
mad.
not trying to fight with you, and I'm certainly not trying to fight with you here because we are in the main hall, and like there's a moment where we zoom out, and it's like,
yeah.
Milo, you're already like halfway up the stairs, just kind of like looking back and just waiting. Wilbur, where are you at this moment?
Oh, I'm walking up to this fight.
Okay.
That's not a fight yet.
Yeah, and I say, Norris, I'm not trying to. I honestly wanted to. I know that I can sometimes be dismissive and also not understanding of life outside of the palace.
Hey, Wilbur, what's up, buddy?
Okay.
You two are fighting, aren't you?
No.
Yeah.
No, we are not fighting because, again, if we were fighting here, I could be thrown in jail. So
No one's going to throw you in jail, Noros.
Whatever you're fighting about, I'm on Eldryn's side, just so we're clear.
Great.
Well, thank you,
I
Wilbur.
agree,
We're
because
not
we're not fighting.
Even
Let's
if
go.
she's wrong, I'm on her side.
That's a true friend right there.
Really? That's... Hi. Hello. I don't remember your... Okay, I don't know his name. Let's go.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's been announced yet that you're Prince Consort. Really, just it's rumors and the council who know. And, well, no, the soldiers.
I'm honestly fine with that. I'm not very excited to have to know that guy's name.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let's go.
That's kind of rude.
Wilbur, there's like... Okay, Eldryn, how many names do you know of people here?
I start naming.
Yeah, you just
all
you
the workers.
and it's the whole time going all the way up to Zaris is like, yeah.
And I say things like, and we had to give him time off once because his mother was ill, and
I know over 100 wombats by name.
Roll me, Eldryn, roll me 2 D100s.
Okay.
And add them together.
Yep. Where are my D100s? Why can't I find them?
And that's how old Zaris is.
No.
Old.
49.
Oh, that's just
49. Okay.
I mean, he's over 150 years old. We met him when Wilbur was here,
Yeah,
and he was he was a young man, but he was a full-grown man.
No, this is how many people you name off during the process of getting it. Which I will say, like 49, taking an average of what, 10, 5 to 10 seconds a name. You had to stop because your guys are at the top of the stairs.
And once we get to the top of the stairs, I say, I could go on, but I think I've made my point.
I think you made my point. Do you understand what I'm saying, Wilbur?
Oh.
I mean, I comprehend you. Do I understand you? No.
I think if you did understand me, that I would take that as an insult.
Okay, well, let's have this conversation with Zaris, and then...
Oh, now you don't want to have a conversation. Now that we're in a very enclosed space where I won't get stabbed.
Do you want to... Who's going to stab? We don't just stab people.
Milo pokes him in the side.
Okay,
his finger.
all right. Hey, that's no.
If we were going to
don't-
stab anyone, we'd stab probably Raylor because that double that came and tried to take Volmos from the prison. We're not stabbing him.
Oh, speak of, where is he?
I've been trying to keep myself as much in line with the. Been trying to hide along the walls.
Well, lucky you. Apparently, whoever it is that took Volmos from here then also changed into or shifted into looking like Nora. So I don't think many guards saw you. I think really it was just Saren.
Okay, now you tell me.
I knock on Zaris' door.
You got it. You knock on the door. And the door is just swung open from the force from your hand. It's not locked.
Oh, that's odd. Last time we were here, there were a lot of locks and wards. Zaris?
And traps. Raylor,
Yes.
go in first.
Yeah, there won't be
If
much.
there's traps, I don't believe you want Saren's rage upon you.
I mean, there wouldn't be much cleanup, though. You'd just dissolve into water, so.
Rude.
I take my
Honestly,
my
it's,
trident and I put it in first to see if anything happens.
How do you think all this sand came to be?
Zaris?
No response.
I'll go in.
So you go in. You recall at this moment that there never seemed to be a bed in this room.
Oh, yeah.
And you notice that for sure because there is definitely one now. And Zaris is laying in it. Eyes closed. Not moving.
Eldryn will approach him and she'll check his pulse on his neck. Just
Okay.
yeah.
You go. You go in, seeing this sallowed sort of face. So you reach behind his neck. And you hear, boo! And we'll pause you there. Meanwhile, a bajillion miles away, Saren, you and Guar are
And Broomhilda.
and Broomhilda, but Saren and Guar, you are kneeling down towards Cossphere, who is just in a space now of kind of like regaining consciousness. It seemed like he had either fainted or something. But you recall the last statement, which was, "She knows."
Spirit, who knows? Who knows I'm here?
The ravens.
The rape.
Yeah, how did they get out here?
Guar, you
kinda-
look up. They're
seems
not
kinda
there anymore.
What? They're not there anymore. So,
There were ravens, so not Gruncelli.
Yes. Sorry. I don't like this. There's a lot of faces looking at me right now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go sit somewhere.
Do you need any healing? I mean, I got you, man.
No. I think I'm.
Lesser restoration?
No, I'm fine.
Did you get a plate? I prepared potatoes 3 ways and a nice piece of chicken and some bisected grapes. Did you get any of that?
No. Perhaps I'll head to the galley.
Okay. Yeah. There's definitely plates in the window. So yeah, just grab whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You need your strength. Yeah. Just let me know if you need anything.
I need to be done with this conversation. Sorry.
Okay. Bye.
Saren will help him up.
And he awkwardly walks away.
What does he know, Saren?
Also,
If
that
it's
was kind of rude.
He just got knocked over. I mean, he's not. He can't, there's no way he has his full senses, Brunilda.
Yeah, I guess.
He's not exactly super social. That's just his thing.
It's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've had cats before. What does he know? Or what does she know, I guess?
Ravens, if she is not Grancelli, the Raven Queen, I guess?
Oh shit, oh fuck.
What does she want with me?
Well,
Besides the fact that she tried to steal my memories of Gerard.
And the whole, like, your person and her, are they like, you know...
Yeah.
As you guys are having this conversation, just to kind of give a kind of a space, there's a lot of like movement and motion around you from people who have had to not tend to their immediate duties because of having to be aboard the ship. And you see like Jack is immediately going towards like CC to kind of like reset and just make sure that like everything's okay. Lucia is immediately kind of going to the captain's cabins, but there's as this is happening, there's just footsteps all around.
Yeah, are we in the way? I feel like I'm in the way.
Yeah, just scooch over here. And
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, he and the Raven Queen they hate each other, but
Okay. So,
I don't know.
So what does this mean for us? I mean, are you in danger? Are we in danger?
It kind of sounds like it, but I don't
could
know.
really use a good fight. I mean, I'm down for that. You know me. I could rip somebody's fucking skull off their shoulders. You know I could.
Yes, Gore. I know.
Sorry, that was very violent. I apologize. That was. I'm just. We haven't fought in a while. Really need to get some. So sorry.
Okay, Noros, calm down.
You're getting good at those jokes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're awesome. Sorry, what were you saying, Sarah?
I don't know. I don't know why she. I don't even know how she knows who I am, other than the fact that we were in the Shadowfell. But
I mean, clearly she's working in concert with someone on that ship.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe that's how I can break this contract. We have other things to worry about.
Sure.
Like not catching up with those guys.
Yeah, and if those potatoes go bad in the window.
Of course, the potatoes. Okay.
I'm really proud of them.
As you guys are walking by, you see Zenfira, who's just got finished kind of tying something off down on the deck, is about to kind of climb up into the rafters and kind of looks back and sees Jack kind of intently kind of trying to kind of focus on CC. You feel like there's kind of there's sort of a reprogramming sort of thing that has to happen, but it has to happen. What's the word? Not necessarily vocally, but it has to be commands given to kind of reset where he was at. And it seems like it's a lot of work. And you hear Gwar and Saren, you just hear Zenfira mutter under her breath, "Fucking silk necks," and then continues up the rope. Saren, you roll me a history check if you'd like.
Can I roll one too?
You wouldn't know this.
Okay, all right.
That was a nat 1.
Cool. You've
For a
never
2.
heard that. You've never heard that before.
I mean, that makes sense. They seem kind of fancy, you know. Well, Mr. Prissy Pants over there with his daddy's money and titles. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Realizing I'm like that too. Oh. Is that why I hated him so much? Oh. Listen, Saren. I am aware now that everything's going to be fine. One day, too late, just as well. We're gonna get through this.
As Gwar says that, all of a sudden there is a crack of thunder that kind of goes out, and Gwar gets immediately struck by lightning, and loses 5,000 hit points.
I'm dead. I'm down. I'm down.
Or
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Saren pushes his body overboard.
Just kidding.
Whew.
Lucia comes back. Everybody okay? Are you all right? I'm kind of checking in of you, but then also kind of kind of comes into your direction. Then.
Thank you for paying them.
Yeah. That was very fast thinking. That's why it makes sense why you're the captain.
Don't worry, we'll find a way to get it back. One way or another.
I am sure that I don't know much about pirates, but I'm sure that went against everything you stand for. It means a lot that you were willing to do that quickly.
And we'll try not to let it happen again.
Number one rule of the sea, Qua, is know when you're outnumbered.
I have a hard time with that, Captain. I will take on anyone.
That's
Back
right.
off, I'll take you. I mean, I'm headstrong, I'll take on anyone, really.
Zenfira says, "Can you die quieter?"
Sorry. I got struck by lightning. Everything's so blurry.
All right. Well, I guess we. I was going to say we should probably have this conversation in the captain's quarters, but it doesn't really matter now because it's. Where did everybody go?
Oh, so they went to Enoria.
Which is
Eldryn.
underwater.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification.
Eldryn is, in retrospect, that was probably the right move, but I was really pissed off that she ditched us, but it was probably for the best, and they'll find their way back.
Yes. Rule number 2: never leave a man behind.
I agree. Listen. That is absolutely true.
If they would have seen Wilbur, or possibly Raylor, or Eldryn or Noros, we would have been completely fucked. So.
Didn't let me finish. Unless it is horribly convenient.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what I really meant to say,
I wouldn't tell Eldryn that one, by the way.
I'm sorry for the way that I am. I didn't mean to be so cold. But you're right. I mean, only in dire circumstances. But really, you want to make sure that you bring everyone back. So, yeah.
Are you okay?
Not really. I feel like I didn't do a very good job with the marshal there. I feel like I was letting my disdain for him come through a little too obviously, and I feel like I put the crew in danger, and I apologize.
Apology not necessary. It was...
Okay.
Everybody had a finger on their guns, I'm sure. Everybody did a good job.
Yeah, you all did. Yeah.
We'll continue as normal. But
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Captain. Please continue.
It's fine. We have a choice to make. Ironically, following after them, as awful as it may seem, might keep some other dangers at bay. Or we can... Or we can dock at Nova Sol and take a moment to sort of reset.
I think that might be wise. It's to find some safe harbor and just kind of gather ourselves and let things transpire so we don't get anybody in anyone's way.
Yes. It also would be a possible thing to unload some cargo, looking at Saren.
But you can't get rid of Saren.
No,
Oh, wait. I look at Saren.
You see Brunhilde go, obviously they've had some sort of conversation without us, which is fine, and we don't need to know everything, Quar.
Oh, when you were like,
Okay, it takes your hands, just kind of puts them down.
Sorry, that was graphic. I apologize. I'm not a perfect person. There's many things I wish I didn't do, but I continue learning. I mean, I never meant to do those things to you.
Do those things to who? Do you need to see Cosfear?
I mean, I just did. He didn't really want to talk to me, so.
Yeah, I've learned. You guys do know that Cosfear's the ship cleric, right?
Sure, yeah.
You didn't know that.
Definitely didn't know that.
Hey, Guar, this is kind of like the first thing, like safety protocols when you're on a ship is to know where to go to if something dangerous happens.
Listen, I'm just glad I'm with you because it really, if I'm being honest, I found a reason for me.
Oh, God.
To change who I used to be. A reason to start over. I'm sorry. I think that rum really got to me, and I'm really so amped up from that whole Marshall exchange. But the reason is you. I just want you to know that. Anyway, am I talking? Am I saying this out loud? I'm sorry. God, Saren, tell me to do something, and I'll go do it.
Just stand there and listen.
Yep.
Okay. Nova Sol is kind of Grencelli's headquarters, and she's the one that's kind of after, well, all of us. Is there anywhere else before the capital we could
stop
at?
Technically speaking, the closest place is Grifton, but I don't have a safe haven there for all people I trust.
If we dock there, will we have the same problems with the authorities? Do we need all of our stuff documented?
I have no idea. If I were to venture a guess, Grifton's not a terrible idea, besides just having to...
We have some people that are meeting us there. Sorry, you told me to be quiet.
All right.
I don't
That
know if they could all
means
fit on the
the-
ship, though.
That means the cargo would still have to stay on board for the remainder of the trip.
Well, we want Saren to stay on the ship.
Or
You see
Don't worry
Brumhilda.
about
Brumhilda punches you in the shoulder, and she rolled a 5. So she stop, and walks away.
Then I follow her and I immediately lay on hands on her hand.
Yeah. You were I'm fine.
No, I'm sorry. No, something's getting in the way. Something's just about to break, and it's your hand.
Dan, they are so far away from Gunbolt. Gunbolt's in the Isles, but I love it. All right, so Grifton then.
I guess so.
Right.
I don't know if this is possible or what we're thinking about doing with the ship versus maybe taking Marvin the rest of the way to Maple Leafs, but is that an option? Stashing the ship somewhere?
What?
It sounds insane, but going all the way to Maple Leafs, the river that passes through the capital, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. And Marvin is a relatively safe place for items.
No, absolutely not.
If you need a place for items, I do have a portable hole. And that's not a euphemism.
Well, thank you for clarifying.
I pull it out. See? There, wiggle it.
You wiggle it. It's just it looks kind of like, in my head, it kind of looks like a circular black mouse pad.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Yeah. Yes. That's very nice, Qua. Okay.
I know.
No. I need to know where it is at all times.
Okay. Should we just stay here and get everybody back before we decide?
You want us to circle in the open waters until a decision is made?
I don't know. I'm not good at this either.
Okay, I am. We're going to Grifton. Everybody, make sail. And you see, immediately you feel the ship kind of start to turn. Actually, turn this way. As you hear Lucia just say, Grifton by nightfall.
Oh, this ship is fast.
When it needs to be.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Okay. With that, you guys are heading off. At this point, I would say probably about an hour has gone by, and you have not heard anything from the others.
So, do we know when they're coming back? Does anybody have a way to message them? Brumhilda, do you know how to... I mean, you're capable of
Sure.
anything.
Or I have the ring.
That's right. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to me like I'm 5.
You literally didn't remember. Okay.
I know I'm not as old as you, but come on.
Would you like to send the message, Guar?
Do you want me to send it?
You can try. Tell Eldryn we also need 30 platinum to pay back for Milo's items. And the fact that we got caught.
Really well.
Yeah, probably horribly. That's why I'm letting Guar try it first.
I tap it. Like, check 1, 2, check. Eldryn. It's Guar.
You see Brumhilda just kind of look at Sarah and just go,
Come back anytime. We figured it out. Headed to Grifton. Bring 30 platinum. Not the best. Guar. I hand it back.
Eldryn, you receive that message as you're heading up the tower, so you can respond.
Okay. I respond. I'm glad you are alive. I was waiting for you or Saren to contact because I didn't want to interrupt while you were being interrogated. I knew you would be fine.
That's gotta be 25 words.
We will meet you in Grifton.
They'll meet us in Grifton, I guess.
We're meeting them in Grifton?
Apparently, that's where they're going.
Is that all she said?
I guess she's glad we're alive. Cool.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. I do feel like I'm a little bit more at ease right now on the ship. Is that weird?
No, I mean, I'm glad you feel at ease.
I love Eldryn, I guess. But it's just, it's just always. Anyone ever just feel like there's like someone that's just stabbing you with tiny little ice claws whenever she's talking?
Constantly.
Okay. All right.
That's just like how she talks.
But, all right. But Grifton. All right.
But listen, hey, listen. She means well. She just has no social skills.
I agree. I know. I'm not trying to just.
Look, not everyone can be the most charismatic. That's what you have me for. But
there's a. I know there's a church in Grifton. That has a priestess that would probably be able to help us out, maybe. I can't remember her name.
Okay.
You guys know it.
Isn't it Mother Udris?
You say that out loud.
Yeah.
But last we heard of her, she's not there.
Yeah. So, she could be a contact in case we need it. I haven't.
Do we know she's not there?
Yeah, well,
All of us?
Yeah, all of us were there. So we all know, well, at least from our perspective, the last time we were there, Den Mother, or whatever she is, Eustace, and that other guy was taken captive, and they took the fall for Elian.
That's right.
Yeah, so Saren's going to say that she got taken captive.
And Guar pretends like he remembers. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
And that's also Elian's parents, Alyssa's parents, that they were on the ship.
Oh, shit, yeah. That's where they're from. I
assume
why
they're not
weren't they
going back.
Yeah, why were they? Why were they on South Imaean navels?
Didn't Eldryn say they were working with Grancelli before she left?
But I mean, I guess, yeah, but there was 12 naval ships. I mean, that's not a... Who are these people?
They're looking for Alyssa, and we know why.
Yes, I recognize that's how I'm saying. Who are these people that are able to get 12 South Imaean ships of their navy to go looking for their child?
This is Tull's doing. He's working through Grancelli, most likely. They're working together to find... Isn't she one of the... Doesn't she have one of the rods or something like that?
I think Brumhilde, because I think there's a lot of things that Brumhilde's probably left out of.
Sure.
And this Brumhilde kind of starts to kind of piece this part together. That's who they're looking for?
Yeah, that's their daughter.
And she's from Grifton?
Yeah. She blew up a fucking house. It was crazy.
So the road was in Grifton?
We weren't really aware of it at the time.
Doesn't make any sense. How old is she? She had to be thousands of years old.
Like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something?
7, maybe, at most.
Okay, that makes no sense.
10.
She's one of those little creepy kids with, like, the glowing eyes and, like, she like, blow shit up, like, on a moment's notice. Like, she doesn't know her power.
Hey. I was the creepy kid that blew shit up with their eyes, so I don't like that. I don't appreciate that.
Well, it's different with you, because you've come into your power and you know how to harness it, and you're really good at it, and it's kind of really awesome to watch you. I'm really being honest. It's kind of great. Yeah. So, but she just hasn't gotten there yet.
Where is she now? Do we know?
With New Moon, I guess. Or
Yeah.
somewhere. I don't know.
And those are the people that we...
Listen, we battled hard with them in the Shadowfell. I respect the fuck out of them.
Yeah, and then they did whatever they did with the family, which means maybe North Imea somewhere.
Yeah. They had this guy that was like a lion guy, and he was like really huge, and I was like, you're awesome. I mean, they were all really cool, but like, man, there was like one, I was just like, I like the cut of his jib, which is funny because we're on a ship, and that's a nautical term. Sorry, I'll shut up.
So they were with the family.
You guys know they were in Zajar too, the New Moon. Eldryn told you that.
Oh, okay.
That means,
yeah.
and I think like some of this may have been applied to New Moon, but I'd say like Brumhilde's like kind of starting to collect this as because I don't think she's privy to all the conversations. Just a reminder, but I think like she's like kind of like connecting like. So when they tore down the family, Alyssa, or sorry, I don't think she knows the name. This kid was with them.
He's probably part of whatever was happening. And then Eldryn said something about Zajar after that.
So what?
Brumhilde knows about Zajar because she said, "Oh my gosh, they found it" when we told her about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the realization is like the connection there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
What?
We need to contact them now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Why?
Well, that's
What are we saying?
what. Yeah. What's the plan, man?
If they're in Zajar and if they're with this child that has the rod,
Give her the ring. Give her the ring.
yeah, give me the ring.
Give her the ring. Give her the ring. Give her the ring now.
You give her the ring?
Yeah, I give her the ring.
Hi, this is Brimhilda. You don't know me. Yes, you do. Don't bring Alyssa to Zajar. Please respond. I need to talk to someone. Also, actually, who? So I think Broomhilda was like kind of met New Moon, but she was recovering, if I recall. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
She was recovering, but she did meet them. So she met all of them, but probably Green is, or
Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who she was talking to. Is it the Green or Ianthe, maybe?
Yeah, it was Ianthe, I think.
It was Ianthe. It was in the bird place.
It was in Farrar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll send Ianthe a message. As it's happening. What are you guys doing?
Okay. So we got Grifton. We're going to Grifton. We're not letting the New Moon go to Sandbag or whatever it's called. And then, so what do we do?
I don't know. How long are we staying there? Should I contact Hagen? I mean,
We could.
we kind of went back and forth with everybody, telling them we were going to be there, and then we weren't going to be there. Now we are going to be there.
You know,
Should you tell Merc?
I could. Another reason I'm really frustrated Eldryn's not here. I feel like she knows a lot about this stuff. She just fucking ditched us.
She didn't ditch us. She saved our ass.
I know, and our assets, but I just we really need them here. The last time we split the party, bad shit happened, you know?
Yeah, I want them back as soon as they can be.
Yeah. I mean, look, this crew is capable of a lot of things, but they don't know the stuff we know. And I think a big part of why we're on the ship is so they don't have to know. You know, they're just transporting us and they don't have to know.
Yeah. Well, at least if Alyssa's parents aren't in Grifton, hopefully nobody else involved in all of this is. It's probably better off than Novasol.
Yeah, should we contact our people?
I mean, I don't think we want them to come with us now.
No, definitely not.
Hagen said the amount of people we have is already seemed like it was too much in his eyes.
Yeah. And we have some things to do before we finally make our way to Twin Belver.
A lot of things,
Yeah.
it seems.
Yeah, we need more strength. We need to find out some weaknesses. We need to find some proof. We have a lot of shit to do, and it's pretty fucking stressful to think about.
Okay, so I don't know. I guess we just wait till we can dock and wait till they come back.
Yeah.
And
And we'll just
watch
go
out
from there.
for, yeah. Make sure we don't see any more giant fleets of military ships coming towards us.
Right. I mean, if we're docked and they have no... The banner doesn't matter as much, does it?
I don't know.
I don't know much about pirate stuff other than how cool it is, except I looked down at my outfit. Like, this is really cool. I just wish there were some different colors.
Can't you disguise yourself, like, at will?
But Saren, every time I disguise myself, like, people don't seem to like it very much.
The voices are kind of a lot.
Well, I mean, how can I disguise myself if they sound exactly the same? I mean, I have to do something different.
Gort, you could just do your armor or your clothes.
You mean
don't
like
have to
this?
do, like, everything.
I change it to, like, look more like whatever Jack's wearing. Like this?
Jack walks in this moment.
Yeah.
You can see, like, kind of like he's definitely not in a happy mood.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Sorry, do you have any recommendations? Like, I don't want to look exactly like you. I was just like, you're my point of reference. I'm new to this.
Lose the undershirt. And he keeps walking.
But then I wouldn't be wearing it. Hang on. I look at Saren directly in the eye. Is he into me?
Obviously.
Brumhilda's behind Guar, just full face bomb.
Gort, he's been staring at you since you walked on the ship.
Oh. Yeah, I guess he has. I just thought he was impressed by my moves.
Okay. She just looks at Broomhilda like,
I mean, I said, you got not even another night on the ship, so you got a few more hours.
I turn around and look Brumhilda directly in the eye. Like, you think for a second I would actually do that? Are you kidding me right now? It was a nice offer, but no thank you. And that's even without knowing that you're spying on me while you're invisible.
I wasn't spying. I wasn't spying on you. I was doing some subterfuge around the... Shut up. Is there anything to drink here, Saren?
I just give her the mead that the rum I've been drinking this entire time.
That's gross. You've been drinking it this entire time. You look at Saren. Saren, you see this, like, exchange, and you're like, this is, like, that's a very normal thing on a pirate ship. Like, you see Brumhilda's kind of like in this. Saren, is there any fresh alcohol?
This is literally from a few minutes ago. And also, anything that I've put on there, nothing that you haven't already... Never mind.
And it's been swishing...
I didn't spit it back into the cup. Fine, I'll go get you one. I go and I just go get it. Okay.
Was I obvious?
obvious about what?
I mean, if you wanted to, it would be fine.
Are you sure about that? I feel like you're not sure about that. And you definitely should be sure about that before you have that discussion.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, you see her kind of like lean in a little bit and just go, Saren, I don't, can I tell you something that is just gonna stay here?
Sure.
don't really know how to do this. I haven't really done this before.
Like the relationship thing in general.
Yeah.
I think
There
you're
was
doing
there was a kid that when I was younger that
fine.
like picked on me a little too much, and then I realized it after I blasted him 30 feet back, and then he never talked to me again. So
Well, no offense, but Guar's kind of an idiot most of the time. So, you guys can learn together? Right?
I'm pretty sure this is not a first relationship for him.
Maybe not a first, but like... I don't know. He doesn't seem that experienced with dealing with that kind of thing.
So what do I do? Just teach me real quick. Is there a book?
You want, maybe somewhere on the ship? You want me, who's
Great.
been
Where is
with
it?
Raylor my whole life, and then also like 3 of the pirates on the ship, and that's, for the most part, that's kind of it.
Yeah, like I said, like you're very experienced. You're very experienced in all of this.
Very experienced with a total of 4 people. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just. I didn't want to say it, but like I said, very experienced. So teach me, go. Actually, better yet, just go get the book, because that I learn better with books.
I don't actually know if there's a. I can go check Cosvir's library and see if he has something that's not about, magic or
Nope,
gods
because
or.
this stays here.
Yeah.
Right?
I won't tell him why.
You're super secretive, so I imagine you're also good at keeping secrets. Please don't tell me I'm wrong with that.
You're not most of the time, unless the secret is really important and needs to be told to save the world and stuff, which this isn't. So I won't tell anybody. Let me go see if I can find you a book, because honestly, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so
Where's
this
the
one
book?
is just freshly dunked in the barrel.
Saren, I don't want to talk about sex. Hey, Guar.
Hey,
Hey, Eldryn.
why not? Why not?
What?
Why not? Sorry,
Why
did I
not what?
Did I interrupt? I can go.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
No, it was honestly, you came perfect timing.
So, sir, I'm
that's
sorry,
not-
did you want one?
Th-
I can go get you one.
Yeah, yes,
leave
that'd be great.
I leave immediately and get one.
Close call.
Yep. Like I said, I really don't think Guar minds if you don't know what you're doing, because I think he barely knows.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, Saren, but you heard how he said it.
He wouldn't actually. I think
No,
he just
I'm not
likes
talking.
to fuck
Are
with
we
you.
talking about the same thing? I'm talking about the
Yeah.
the message he got.
Message.
From
Yeah.
someone in Glendelvin,
Oh.
and he definitely said she.
Okay,
Or
so
her, or
like
something.
maybe he
I
had
don't know.
a
I was seeing red
girlfriend when
after
he
that,
was
so.
like a teenager or something. I don't. Do you think he's going to leave you and go back to some girl from Dwendelver?
I don't know.
I don't.
Sorry.
That's. Brumhilda, he obviously loves you. You guys are fine.
Yeah, I know that.
He's not gonna run off to Dwendelver, and he's also probably not gonna fuck Jack.
Yeah, I know that.
I think he just likes to flirt. And likes to be flirted with.
Okay. I've heard Guar use that word before, and I've heard other people use that word, and obviously, like, I knew people use that word to say something, but I kind of just thought it wasn't like a real thing.
You're not joking right now, are you?
No.
Oh my god, you do need a book. Like,
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah, I do.
So you know what flirting is then? You just didn't think it was real?
It's not really something that comes up in magical tomes, Saren.
Yeah.
If you know that, unless you're looking for like love potion stuff, and even in that, I was like, no, thank you. That's not a.
Yeah, no.
I didn't really understand why anybody would do that.
No, don't
just-
fuck with love potions. Consent is key.
Yeah, I would assume so. That's yeah. I mean, I would have because when I was in Blackheart, there was a lot of people that would come up to me and be like, no, that's not a thing I do. Go find that other witch.
I'm gonna go stealthily search Cosvir's library and not tell anybody why. And that's not going to be suspicious at all. Okay?
Thank you, Sarah.
I come back holding 3 giant mugs of rum.
All right,
So, this
Saren
is-
walks past you and cuts
this-
you off and just grabs one and walks past.
was
I don't
this
know.
something
She just kind of just kept going into the things about her and Jack and Lucia, and I just didn't, Anyways, how are you? How are you? And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10.
I love it.
And we are back. Eldryn, Milo, Wilbur.
What?
What?
Man.
I jump a little when Zaris says boo to me, and it reminds me of being 6 and him doing that to me in the halls.
Mm-hmm.
Only now he's actually a ghoul.
Yeah, now he actually is the ghost that almost told me he was.
You see kind of like a very sort of like weak smile kind of appear on his face. You notice his eyes are not able to be, his eyes aren't even really opening all the way.
Catherine told me to come speak with you. She said that you're not doing well. Which I told her that I saw you like 4 days ago and you said that you were fine.
Yes, well... Obviously, I'm in tip-top shape.
Why did you ask Catherine not to tell the council about the currents?
Because if things go the way that I hope, the way that I believe they'll go, Honoria will not be affected.
What does that mean, Zaris? What do I need to know?
See him kind of like look over in your direction. You can see even with this. I'll say, actually, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Okay. That would be, what is my medicine? 9, 17.
You see there are like some interesting sort of like spots on his eyes that look to be like some sort of like with the 17 medicine check, you know that there's some strange like sort of like almost like cataract sort of things happening as he's looking at you, but you can tell it's not fully seeing you come into view. Yeah, I was never a good... You might be surprised to know that I was not a good boy in school. Especially anything involving the religious studies of where we come from, where we're going. So, I must admit I am a little fuzzy on the details. At least, whatever details would be marked out in the future of some religious texts. I also recognize that I am an old man at the end of his rope, and it's probably very common for us to
assume the world is going to follow us into oblivion. So I want you to know that I am aware of that. But we are on the brink. Of that I have no doubt.
And what are we supposed to do about this? You said you wanted to introduce me to Ashar.
I did. Yes, that would be good. It'd be best to have someone on this end that would be able to converse with.
Yes, that's what you told me. When can I have that meeting with him?
You see him stare at this area of this area of light that's kind of like reflecting on the wall from a window that is kind of behind him. And then he looks down at you, Wilbur.
Hey.
I have wondered this since the moment that we've met. But I didn't want to seem too crazy. We've met before, you and I.
Yes. Yes. About 200 years ago.
Well, that's impossible. I'm 67.
You've never looked better.
Shouldn't lie as a wombat.
I don't lie.
I have trouble remembering the details, but something that an old man is when you get to this point, you wonder how you were, how you left things, what type of person you are, what type of person you were. Don't lie. But tell me the truth. What sort of person did I seem?
Um, why are you worried about how you seemed?
Wherever I'm going, wherever the beyond is, I want to feel that I made a good impression.
Speaking of that small speckle of time, you were kind and caring. Don't recall anything negative.
Was I useful?
Oh, absolutely. You helped me get back to the present.
A month or so back, I would sit and ponder that statement for days. But unfortunately now I just have to accept that that was a very strange statement you said.
You know, I won't pretend to know what you're going through as far as your thoughts, but I don't think that you have anything to worry about.
Saurus, does my father know how bad you are right now? Is he prepared?
If Catherine has done what I've asked her to do, then no.
That's foolish. Who's going to take your place? You're putting a lot of lives at risk. You can't ask me to keep this from him.
No, I would never ask that of you.
What about Navos? Is he aware of what's going on?
He's learned enough. Enough for a start.
What does that mean? He's 10 years old. A start for what?
I'm 67. Age is just a number.
Saurus, this isn't funny. You told me that you needed me to meet Ashar, and that you would then, when you were ready, go through, or Ashar would bring you through that mirror. And I promised you I'd show you that insignia when it's time as well. So you can't die yet, because you're very curious. And you have things to do.
No,
No?
you have things to do.
I need you to do those things. I'm not prepared.
Have I always seemed prepared?
There's a difference, but
Was I always prepared?
Well, I think I would say that you just always figured it out.
There you have it.
that's not how this works. There needs to be preparations. There needs to be someone who can take up your mantle. You know this.
I know. I know a great deal of things. Spent several lifetimes, more than any Triton has, I'm willing to bet. Perhaps more than any Triton should. You know, it's interesting for those that have lived as long as I have. Many of us have to find excuses or disguise ourselves. Give the common man something to believe on why or how. Do you know why I've never had to do that in my position?
No.
Because I'm always needed.
Okay. What's next? What do I do? How do I contact Dashar? How do I... Catherine said you spoke of primordials and Zajar. I need your knowledge. You should have never come with us to the Shadowfell. This cost is too much.
One of the greatest joys of my life. Thank you.
No, I order you to live.
At this, Milo like puts his hand on Eldrin's arm. And, hey, Eldrin, I don't know if you have authority over that. Respectfully.
Is that Milo?
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
There are many stories about halflings and taking long journeys away from home.
And presumably back again. Sometimes.
Indeed. I was very happy to be a part of your story.
You and Milo walks over to Zaris and puts his hand on his gross old hand and says, "You brought me nothing but joy and wisdom. Thank you." Also, you do look great. It pays to stay moisturized. Look at you.
Thank you. It's the blue.
Zaris, I don't normally let anyone do this, but my fur is extra soft down here. If you would like to pet a wombat.
Well, Eldryn, the ploy worked.
It's not funny.
I was never very funny.
No, you're infuriating. But you've always been there. Lurking in the shadows sometimes, but there.
Or under tables. Is it just me? No.
Oh no, he met with me under a table too. Okay, I need to tell my father before you die. He needs to be able to talk to you.
Eldryn. Get out of my way. I need to pet a wombat.
Okay, you pet him to your heart's content. I'm going to get my father.
I'm stepping closer. I'm serious. I don't ever let anyone do this.
I turn to Norris before I leave, and I look him in the eye and say, "You do not let him die. Do not let him die."
As she says this, Milo looks at Zaris and gets kind of close and, Did you call us in here to kill you?
Don't give him any ideas.
Petting moment. I called you in here to kill you.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Does
Norris say anything?
Norris actually kind of steps in front of you.
What are you doing?
I think you just need to be here. I'll go.
Okay. get Navos as well. He's already lost too much. He should be able to say goodbye to his mentor.
Okay. Puts a hand on your shoulder and just kind of gives it a tight squeeze. Stay here.
Okay.
The exits.
Now that that buffoon is gone,
That's the Prince Consort you're speaking of.
I'm dying. I can say whatever I want.
Told you you're not allowed to.
Yes, well, on that subject, who is this?
Oh. This is Raylor. He's a simulacrum.
I think we got the good parts. We can't really tell.
I'm also a very big fan of your work.
Oh yeah, he's into the wizard stuff too.
You've read some of my books.
Eldryn looks genuinely confused.
Mm-hmm. And Noros goes,
Norris's hair still?
sorry, Raylor goes, all of them.
How is this the first time hearing about this? I've spoken about him to you, Raylor. You were in the sending closet with me. What?
I didn't put two and two together until when you said Zaris. I didn't know it was the Zaris.
The Zaris. Look at Zaris.
Don't you feel dumb?
Okay. You've had a whole life that I don't know anything about.
All right. Milo.
Yeah.
There's a book on the shelf. You can read, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I can read.
If you could grab the book that is labeled Katim Al-Bar.
Yeah, Milo grabs it.
You notice it's surprisingly light.
To bring it here.
Okay, here.
He opens it. You see there is an amulet cut out in the pages inside. One that, Milo, you recognize. You don't see an inscription on the back, but it looks almost exactly the same.
Is this? I don't have a tactful way to ask this, but we've been burned before. Is this going to curse me?
If you consider knowledge to be a curse, then yes.
Let's be clear, there is some knowledge that can be associated with a curse, so...
And
I
like
mean-
at its core, you have to like have knowledge of how to enact the curse.
You're the man that gave a potion to Guar saying that it would cure him of his possession, and that said potion was something that would kill him.
You failed to mention it would permanently cure him of
I
Yes.
said it then, and I will say it
possessing
now.
life.
I gave very specific instructions that would have had very specific results.
You told him to drink it. And drinking it would kill him.
Free him, kill him.
Okay.
It worked out.
Did it?
I don't know.
Saren is literally in a very difficult predicament because
Well, I
of that.
didn't tell her to drink it.
Okay. Sorry.
She spends like half her time translucent. She doesn't seem to be having that much fun with it.
No. She brings souls to the Shadowfell.
Is this really how you want to have the last conversation with me?
No, it's not.
Because from what I understand, she didn't really read the contract that much, and
I mean,
She
That's
wasn't
true.
asked if she could read. I mean,
yeah.
you at least had one up on Venesepa. So
I mean, honestly, I think it should be a null and void contract. Even a primordial should have some sort of, standards. They should be able to understand what they're signing. But no, this is not what we should be talking about right now. You told me that when you were ready, Ashar would bring you through that mirror. Is that going to happen?
I just got the amulet. Can you give me a second?
Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't roll my eyes at you. You're dying.
That's okay. I didn't see you do it.
Great.
You see him place his hand over the amulet.
Dear friend, it's time.
And you see the amulet start to glow. A deep gold starts to fill the room, extending to every layer, every shadow, every piece of the room where darkness would be. Caught. You see a figure step through, clothed in deep blue robes, gold necklace, and tattoos that are lines around his entire body that are glowing gold. So you see a figure that does not remind you at all of what you remember of Ashar. If anything, this figure looks a lot like Adine. Hello, old friend. He turns towards you. I'll pause you guys there.
Meanwhile,
Guar, you're having a conversation with Brimhilda. And I'd say, like, Saren, you're probably... actually, I'd say, Saren, you're probably not here, actually. But as you're talking with Brimhilda, all of a sudden you see her kind of, like, rudely kind of put up a hand.
What I say?
I said to reach out to me.
What do you... Me?
What?
You just said to reach out to were you talking to me when you
No,
said
I
that?
wasn't
Or
talking to you.
Was there a message in your head?
Ianthe responded.
Oh. What'd she say?
Well, she made me feel bad because one of her friend died in the process, as if I didn't remember that. And then asked what would happen, and then if there's any other suggestions on where to go.
Okay.
I don't know, but I know that bringing the primordial rod to Zajar would be a bad choice.
Sure. I mean, where could they go? Is there anywhere close by to where they are that could work?
If it wasn't attached to this child, I would tell them to find the deepest cavern they can find and bury it in there.
Sure.
I don't know, my head is killing me.
You could tell them to meet us at Maple Leafs. That's where we're going. I think Eldryn told us they were on their way to Maple Leafs. How's that rum, by the way?
Fresh.
Yeah,
Thank you.
told you. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if there's any, the last person we want to be able to get a hold of any of the rods is Tall. So, if there is a massive amount of influence there, that's also not a great place.
At least we'll be there, and there's safety in numbers.
Six years old.
Poor
Fucking
child.
Feywild.
Fucking Feywild is right.
If I ever find the Fey, I don't care if it's a deity or who. If I ever find the Fey that made that choice to do that,
What?
I'll trap them in a rod for all eternity.
That's my girl.
She must be so scared.
In our brief interactions with her, she seemed it. And the poor kid probably didn't even know why. I can't imagine having that immense power in such a tiny frame and having no idea what to do with it.
I can.
Yeah. And now you're the world's most powerful spellcaster. So that's pretty fucking sick. Maybe she does need to meet you. You could teach her some stuff.
I don't know. There's learned magic, and then there's having the equivalent of a god inside you. Not on the same playing field.
But you know what the rod is. Eldryn told us all about it. You know what we're up against here, and you know that this child does not want to fight us. You know that...
Possibility that she won't have a choice.
We also know that New Moon are allies.
It's a possibility that they're not going to have a choice. That's the thing, Quark. We're talking about... We're talking on something that is unfortunately similar on par with Tall, but in a space of more chaos than anything else.
Okay,
Everything I read about, everything that I've read about these guys from texts that are you know, from books that really I doubt anyone has. It's not like you're going to be able to find it in a local library. I mean, all of this is... Imagine having a vengeful god and then locking them away for thousands of years. Because that's what it is.
You think there's a way to get that rod out of that child? Can we extract it?
According to the text, yes, there is.
While she's still alive?
I don't know. But, and I hate to say this in this way, but more importantly, the way to do so is to free the rods.
If I remember
which-
correctly, though, sorry.
I was just gonna say, of which Zajar is the place to do that.
Yeah, but I think that, didn't Eldryn say that Grienne could do something? Or he thinks that we could get the rod away from her? Yes, because I think that Eldryn wanted to be around in case she needed to revive him. Or bring her back. So, theoretically, we could... And I can revivify. Eldryn can revivify. We have insurance policies. We could do it.
I appreciate where you're coming from, Guar, but unfortunately, that's not the biggest problem.
Oh, I see what this is about. Okay, yep. I know, I'm stupid. I know I don't know what I'm talking about. I know.
I didn't say you were stupid. You're right. That is a considerable problem. On top of that, I don't know a way. I don't know any way on how to be able to get this rod out of this child. But I especially don't know a way to do so without freeing the rod itself.
I take another swig of rum.
And that's what I'm worried that they'll do. You're supposed to need 3. But also some of the texts say some specific stuff about Zajar that is confusing. Also, apparently that's where I'm from.
Oh. I'd like to see that someday. Not right now. That seems dangerous.
I wouldn't. I have no interest.
I take Brimhilda by the shoulders. Listen. I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about the implications of these rods or the lore around them or how dangerous they are. But I have fought for and against the greatest forces of evil I can imagine. And I know that if anyone can make this happen, it's you. And if anyone can help you to accomplish that, it's the fucking Mongoose Crew.
Well said, Captain.
It's Commander, but thank you. Yeah.
See, and then you had to go and ruin it.
I didn't want to take Lucius. Yeah.
Okay. That's cute. I like that. Meanwhile, Saren, where are you going?
To Cosvir's room, assuming he has some sort of like little library set up, and kind of looking for him on the way.
So you get to his room. You go to knock, and you see the door pushes open slightly.
Cosvir? Are you in here?
With that religion check, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. That ice cold sort of shot into your veins. That sense that something is wrong. You push the door open.
Yeah.
You see sitting on the edge of the bed, waiting almost expectantly. It's not Cosmere. But Venesepa. Beckons you forward.
She takes like a half a step.
You see a wave of the hand, the door closes behind you. We've been busy.
no greeting for your friend.
What do you need?
Well, not souls. You've given me plenty of that. I am of the understanding that you came in close contact with an old friend.
Possibly. I'm not sure what that was about.
That's the thing. Unfortunately, when Mommy and Daddy are fighting, sometimes the children have to pay the price. And it seems that you have been particularly chosen. By her.
I have no interest in getting in between whatever your fight is.
Oh, child. Every soul that you have brought me, every tasty morsel, has put you closer and closer into the middle of us. Sorry.
So what does she want with me? To get to you?
Why do we jump to that conclusion?
What else would it be? She already took some of my memories.
Maybe you're a problem she wants to get rid of.
And what would you have me do about that?
What are you willing to do about that?
I don't want problems with either of you. I want to just keep doing my duty. And nothing more, nothing less. We have enough to deal with. I will do what I need to do. Whatever that may be.
As I said, sir, it's too late. You're already in the middle. So, you can continue with what you've been doing for me. But eventually, she will send someone, and then another, and another. There is a way out.
Is there?
You see his hand kind of, this fully skeletal hand, kind of extends out into thin air and grabs a scroll. Your contract.
The contract I couldn't read. That one?
The contract that you signed, just the same.
In a desperate attempt to save my life. And Wilbur's.
Sounds to me like you have like I have something you want.
What could you possibly want in exchange? I'm assuming her.
You have been one of my more brightest children. If you do this, my bad. Contract all gone. You're free to live your life as immortal again.
How do you expect someone like me to take on the Raven Queen? Do you want her soul? Can you even kill someone that's... I don't know, is she already dead?
Killing a god is no simple task. Except she is no god.
If I were to agree to this and pursue killing her, our daily agreement For the time being, do you think that could go away? After all, this is a much greater task.
Oh, but you're so good at it.
Then maybe my talents are best used in pursuit of a much more greater soul.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh god. With my whole +4. 19?
You had to beat my DC that I rolled for, which was a nat 1.
I think that means that she just wins.
Vanessa disappears.
He goes, you know what? Let me rip up this contract. You can do
Never
anything
mind.
for me.
Fine. We will suspend your tax for the time being. But if you fail, then when I bring you back to this plane, you will owe me double.
It won't come to that.
That's why I love your kind. Confidence. You will have no need to hunt her down. I am sure she will find you. And for someone so particular, she will want to meet you herself. And when that happens, you see a shadow start to rise from his hand, form into the beginning of like a hilt. And you see him pull it out of his hand as if he's ripping it from his own flesh that he doesn't have. And presents a black dagger to you.
She very hesitantly holds out her hand.
Are we agreed?
Yes.
Good. And you see next to his face, this scroll kind of reappear, extend out, and you see more words put at the bottom of it.
Is the scroll something she can read? No.
It's not in a language you recognize.
Do you mind putting that into something that I can understand?
Someone has been talking. You see the words get shortened and then changed to common. Which I will say, without going into details on specifically what it says, looks like it is exactly the agreement you've made. But it definitely wasn't when it was in that other language. Fair enough.
What did it really say?
You don't seem to me to be the type to dwell on the past. It matters not, only what it says now.
If that's how it is, okay. Hold your hand out.
The whole room goes black. And then fades back into view. As you see Cosfair sitting where Benesepa was. What did you do? Seren. What did you do? And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. See you guys next week.